Hello and welcome to the WRFL Weekend Preview. Andrew Wilson here along with Peppe Cavalieri. Welcome, Peppe.
G'day, Willow.
Let's start with round 9 in TIV Division 1. Deer Park take on Spotswood. A big game for both clubs. They both come off losses. A win for the Lions will see them 2 games clear of the Woodsman, while a win for Spotswood will see them equal points with Deer Park.
Yeah, so another big game in Division 1, Willow, that could potentially start to shape the top 5. Deer Park obviously coming off a defeat last week to Altona, who are not quite the competition benchmark. That's Caroline Springs. Still getting used to that, actually, I'll be honest. They've been very good. But, look, Deer Park, I think they'll beat Spotswood, who'll be disappointed last week, giving up a 5+ goal lead to Hoppers Crossing to lose by just 3 points. This should be a pretty good game, though, Willow, I think. Deer Park just. Yeah,
I'm going to tip the Lions to win that one. Hoppers Crossing take on Caroline Springs. This is our match of the day on 88.9 WYN FM, so tune in from 1:30. Can the Warriors be the first team to defeat the Lakers, or will the Lakers defeat all teams in Division 1 to start the season?
Well, it'd be some story, wouldn't it, Willow, if Caroline Springs went through the first 9 rounds unbeaten. There's something to be said for having a loss at some point during the season. Whether it just checks you, puts you back into gear or whatever, going through the whole season undefeated looks good on the resume, but who knows when that first loss is going to come. You don't want it to come in finals. So maybe this is the week for Caroline Springs, but I don't think so. I think they'll be just a bit too strong for Hoppers Crossing, who are a good side.
Yeah, agree. I think the Lakers will win that one. Point Court take on Sunshine. This is a big opportunity for both clubs to get their second win of the season.
Yeah, and it could spell trouble for the loser, Willow, because they both are down the bottom of the ladder, and we've got to start mentioning that R word, the relegation battle. It's still early. We're only really halfway through the season, so it's not doom and gloom totally just yet, but it'll make it much easier, obviously, for the winner to stay up. I just think Sunshine.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with Sunshine as well. Werribee Districts host St Albans. The Tigers are back in the top 5 after their win last week, but face a desperate St Albans side who are looking to keep their finals hopes alive.
Yeah, they are. And another one, just like Deer Park and Spotswood, that's going to be interesting for the top 5. So there's certainly a good 7 teams, I think, who can make that top 5 and certainly worthy. This is a game, especially for St Albans, I think, is important that they win if they can. Otherwise, they just fall a little bit off the pace. We know Werribee Districts, if results go their way, they can go as high as 4th at the end of this round. So they'll be barracking for Spotty. But I think the Tigers will win this one, Willow.
Yeah, Tigers for me too. Yarraville Seddon Eagles host Altona. The Eagles fell short by 2 points last week against St Albans, so they were pretty stiff there. But playing against the second place Vikings, it's going to be very tough for them.
Yeah, it's hard to mount a case for Yarraville Seddon Willow. Haven't quite been playing their best footy of late. They were really close last week. Unlucky not to get the win, but I don't think they're going to be good enough to beat Altona this week.
Yeah, Altona to win that one. That was TIV Division 1. Now, round 9 in Division 2, North Footscray host Glenorchy. The Devils solidified their place in the top 4 last week with their win over Newport. But it was Glenorchy who got the 4 points when these sides met earlier in the year.
Yeah, I don't actually think it'll be the case this time, Willow. I'm on North Footscray. Their form's been much better than the Hawks since they last met earlier in the year. So I think the Devils will win and really start to cement their place up that top part of the ladder.
Yeah, Devils for me as well. Parkside host Albion. And the Parkside were too good for the Falcons last week. It's twice they've beaten the Falcons so far to start the season. But the win for the Cats will see them remain in the hunt for the top 4.
Yeah, big game for the Cats. They really need to win because their form hasn't been amazing of late either. I still think Parkside are the second best team in the competition and will fancy their chances if they can get deep into the finals series. So I don't think they'll have any issues beating Albion.
Yeah, Parkside will win that one, I think, too. Westwood's host Newport. Newport need to win desperately to keep their finals chances alive, and this is a big chance for them to also improve their percentage as they travel to Shorten Reserve.
Yeah, exactly. I think Newport will win, Willow. I think they'll win well. They're 6th on the ladder at the moment, but we know their best football can probably match it with the top 2 or 3 in the comp. We've seen it already this season. So they'll really, really want to make finals this season because I think they can do a bit of damage if they do make it, but they have to win this weekend.
Yeah, I think they'll win. Newport to win that one. Point Cook Central's host Windham Vale. The Sharks are a class above everyone in Division 2, and they should account for the Falcons.
Yeah, I think they will, and I think they'll win well, Willow. I think their form is obviously outstanding. They are a cut above the teams below them, even Parkside. I certainly think they're maybe a cut or two above Windham Vale, so I think they'll win quite easily.
Yeah, Sharks for me as well. Now, round 8 in Mance Motors Division 3, Auburn Vale take on Taree. Taree won for the second time last week, but a rested up Cobra side will be too much for them.
Yeah, I agree. Not a difficult tipping week this week, Willow, in Division 3, top 3 playing the bottom 3, and there is quite a gap between those 6 teams. So, yeah, you're right. I think Auburn Vale too strong.
Yeah, agree. Leviton host Braybrook. The Magpies will have a very, very tough afternoon against the Brookers.
Yeah, they will. They were much improved last week. Well, they only lost by 5 goals, so that was a promising outing for the Magpies, but I just don't think they're going to be good enough to beat Braybrook.
Yeah, North Sunshine host the Suns, and as in the previous game, it's going to be a very tough afternoon for the Roadrunners.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I think the Suns could win this really quite handsomely. They're a very good team, and North Sunshine struggling.
Yeah, Suns to win that one. Sunshine Heights have the bye. That was Mance Motors Division 3, and this was the WRFL weekend preview. Good luck to your team this weekend.